Hello everybody, my name is Starrapter and welcome to the channel. It's Wednesday, so we have some Star Wars comics to talk about. This week we have Bounty Hunters, issue number 5, coming from Marvel. Look at how awesome this cover is. You got Boba Fett front and center, looking like a complete badass, and he is indeed a complete badass in this very issue. So this is part 5 of Galaxy's Deadliest, and we have this crazy tug of war going in between Valance and Nakano Lash and Boba Fett. And it's just a huge mix-up with all these different clans. You have the Unbroken Clan and the Mourner's Wail. We open up in this comic issue with a flashback to Nakano Lash, who crossed her person that she was getting paid from to kill him in protection of this unborn child. It was this huge revelation that happened in the previous issue. So we start with her character way back in time on Gliansum, and I believe this might be our first appearance of Gliansum. Now, we heard of this planet. It's the birthplace of the Nautilans, and we hear of the name in Solo, a Star Wars story. That's where Beckett wanted to go. And, well, in this story, we actually get to see a different side of Gliansum, because it's not just the Nautilans are there, but there's also the Anselmi, and they are very territorial. We see in this story here that Nakano Lash is a little kid, goes with her parents onto the land. It kind of reminds me of Aquaman. Like, you have the people that are the surfer dwellers, and you have the people that live in the water, and apparently they don't really gel well together. So that is what happens, is her parents get killed, leading her to really become this like battle-hardened bounty hunter that she becomes later in life. And that also adds to her way of life and why she is carrying so much of this character called Cadelia. I think that is how you pronounce it. Very tricky name, but that is the offspring between the Mourner's Wail and between the Unbroken Clan, which is said that if she can get her in position, if Nakano Lash can get this character in position, she could cause there to be peace between these crazy clans, which will really help out with the galaxy without all this fighting going on. So we go back into current time, and it's Boba Fett. He had just killed the character of Tonga, and she's definitely dead come up into this issue. I thought maybe she would be alive somehow. Nope, she's definitely dead. And we have this awesome fight that goes on between Valance the Hunter and we have Boba Fett. And Boba Fett is pulling out some really cool weaponry. He's using the boot spikes. He's using the rocket on his wrist. He is using his jetpack. He's using flamethrower. He's using everything in his arsenal to the fact that I don't think we've seen Boba Fett quite like this before. And it's well deserved, because, I mean, he looks awesome. Obviously, he's Boba Fett. But I've always wanted to see him kind of use every tool in his toolkit against a combatant, and we definitely see that here. He definitely gets the one-up on Valance. He ends up slicing part of his synth face off with his boot. Then he ends up using this the grapple line to actually electrocute him and short circuit his parts, and he actually calls Valance the Hunter a droid, and Valance really doesn't like being called that. But as we've seen in the second issue, I believe they have that spread of like how much cyborg he is and how much human he still is, so it's definitely more in the favor of a cyborg. But it was just an all-around awesome fight. We do see that Valance has a code. Even though Boba Fett is trying to kill him, or at least it does look like he's trying to kill him, Valance is telling him, I'm not going to kill you. I'm part of the Bounty Hunter Guild. I believe he's part of the Bounty Hunters Guild, which, you know, he has a code. That's what I really like about Valance. It makes him different from the other bloodthirsty bounty hunters like Boss, for instance. He's really trying to withhold that kind of honor. And I think that's something that's good to have for a character that is the protagonist of the story. So, long story short, we end up having this other ship come into play, and they are General Vakora. I believe that's how you pronounce that one. And she is working for the Unbroken Clan. She wants to kill Nakano Lash to get revenge on her people and to, I guess, capture Cadelia. So she starts shooting at the ship that everybody's in. It starts breaking apart, and that also lends to some really cool action moments. And it also lends to the death of Nakano Lash, who gets caught in between the wreckage and will eventually perish. Boba Fett is kind of pissed because he wasn't the one that did the killing blow to Nakano Lash, but he knows in his heart of hearts that, yeah, she's probably gonna die anyway. So that is really where this issue leaves off, is that you have bounty hunter Boba Fett. He's still out there with Han Solo and Carbonite. I don't know if we'll see him again in this series or if he's going to go right to Jabba's palace at this point. We're not sure. But we also have Valance, who's taken responsibility to take over mentorship of Cadelia and get her to a safe place to continue the mission of Nakano Lash. So I really like how this story ends up. I feel like this Bounty Hunter miniseries is always, like, out of the 4 current Star Wars comics, is always the one I'm like not looking forward to as much as the other ones. I'm still looking forward to it, but on a level from 1 to 10, it's maybe like a 7, right? If that makes sense. But here we get another cool part of the story where he is now going to be like the mentor of this girl, and it really gives me that vibe of the movie Logan that came out a couple of years ago, of Wolverine leading around X-23 Laura. It's got that vibe, so I really like where this story is going, where these two characters, this could be what the story is going to be. Like, the whole bounty hunters line is them going around the galaxy getting tracked down by bounty hunters while trying to get her delivered to a place that will cause peace. So very much looking forward to the next issue. I'm not sure if this was like the closure on the first arc, Galaxy's Deadliest, or if there's still one more issue left, because it looks like Star Wars had 6 issues, and it looks like Darth Vader might have one more issue as far as the first arcs are concerned. So I want to hear what you guys have to say about Bounty Hunters. Are you enjoying it as much as I am? Let's talk about it in the comment section down below. Lately on the channel, I've been talking about things like Jurassic World Camp Cretaceous, the brand new series on Netflix, and I also did a really cool breakdown with some friends of mine talking about the Mandalorian Season 2 trailer. So make sure, if you aren't already subscribed to the channel, make sure you do that, because that way you'll never miss out on any of these comic book reviews and more Star Wars content. So that's going to do it for me, Starrapter. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you always. Thanks for checking out the video. Please hit that thumbs up symbol. It helps me know that I'm making content that you guys enjoy. And if you enjoyed this video, I also include 2 videos down below you guys should check out. And please consider subscribing to this channel. It helps support me, and it notifies you guys of when I get new videos up on the channel. You can also contact me on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Starrapter.